Can I ask you something? Um, how many of us grew up believing that there was only one path to success? That path being go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a job, work hard, and one day life will work itself out. Well, I'm beginning to realize that that may be one of the biggest lies many of us were told. Now, um, I'm not saying that maybe our parents intentionally lied to us. I don't think that our parents intentionally lied to us. I believe that they were teaching us what worked in their generation. So maybe during that their time, that is decades ago, degrees were rare. Companies hired for life. I know people from that generation who had worked in the same company from start till their pension or retirement. Promotions were predictable then. Pensions were common, and loyalty was rewarded back then. So since most of our parents, maybe your parent didn't get a chance to have that kind of education that his or her mates had, right? And he or she they saw their peers who had that form of education after tertiary education go straight into jobs and then got the best of things in life, like maybe they had the best houses, they had the best cars, they had more money than your parents had. And so then automatically it recorded in their minds that, okay, this was the path those people took that I didn't get. And so I'll do everything possible to make sure that my child also gets that, to be able to get a comfortable life. So back then, you work hard, you stay loyal, you retire, and then the system made sense. However, I think the world has changed from our parents' time, right? So things are different now. Now there are layoffs here and there. As I talk to you, as I speak to you now, I've experienced two layoffs. I'm in the middle of my second layoff, right? AI is a thing today, which has opened up many opportunities or possibilities. Automation is key today. You can do things in an automated manner. You don't need um, someone, or you don't need different groups of people to do certain things. There are certain aspects of work that can be automated, you can outsource. And then there's also inflation today in our time, and cost of living is going higher and higher. Housing costs are rising every second. However, our salaries in this day are not rising with the rising inflation, surprisingly. And so today you can work hard, today you can be loyal, today you can exceed your targets and still lose your job on a Tuesday morning. It's not something it's not something unusual, right? Because I have lived it. And um, I have lived it just last year, before the end of last year, around October, there about October 2025, I was laid off because the company had issues, things were changing within the company. And then by January, I had another contract. I didn't get, you see what I'm talking about? The job wasn't like you're in and then it's forever. No, it was on contract basis. So I did the first 3 months and then they renewed the contract. And by the fifth month, which was June, when I thought we were moving forward, the second layoff came. Yeah. So I got laid off, even after giving my best to these companies. So I believe I was giving my best to these companies. So you realize that today, in this day and age, companies move on quickly, right? Not like the in the olden days. And yeah, and I know someone who worked in a bank. She got into a bank from her youthful age as a clerk at the bank and worked till her pension. So getting laid off forced me to question everything that I had believed. Not because hard work doesn't matter, no, but because hard work alone nowadays isn't enough. So, what is missing today from what our parents once believed or made us believe? Or what is different today from what they told us? I'll call this the new formula. So, today, instead of school to getting a job to success, today's reality is closer to education than skills. You learn some skills, then you build relationships and you build a personal brand. You get financial literacy, right? So you'll be able to now move into different or multiple streams of income. Adaptability, you should be able to adapt quickly because things are changing rapidly in today's day and age, and that will lead to success. So these things, I believe, are the things that will lead to success. So yes, by all means, get education if you have the means or if you get the chance. However, while you are in that education, unlike before where you are told go to school to go and learn, yes, by all means go and learn, but also don't forget to get skills that are required today, skills like copywriting, skills like AI prompt engineering, skills like video editing, skills like um, graphic design. Those are real skills that are needed in today's job market. So whether you're studying biology, whether you're studying physics, or whatever you're studying, finance, get these actual skills. How to even talk to the camera is a skill you should be able to develop in this day and age. And then also, while in school, don't forget to build relationships. Relationships are very important, right? Yeah, who knows you and who trusts you. This is very important in today's day and age. Relationships, the relationships you build can open doors for you. Okay, yeah, for instance, After school, um, there there was an internship I got, which led to my first real job, and this was through a relationship I built. This was through someone I knew from home, church, and then even went to the same uni with. All right, so relationships are very important. Then also the next is your personal brand. Your personal brand. Can opportunities find you? You need to put yourself out there. You need to be able to put yourself out there to build a personal brand. Okay. Teach what you know. Put yourself out there. Today we are in the day of social media where TikTok, WhatsApp, um, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like this. Put yourself out there. You never know who is watching or listening to you. And through that, opportunities can find you. All right. Financial literacy. Yeah. Do you know how money works? Because even if you have a stable job, if you know, if you have all the money in the world, if you don't know how money works, you won't be able to invest. You won't be able to see opportunities quickly to put your money there for it to grow for you. Multiple income streams, very important in this day and age. In the olden days where they get one job and they are okay throughout their lifetime. No, it doesn't work today because of the reasons I mentioned earlier. Things are very costly today, and the cost or standard of living is so high that one income stream alone wouldn't cut it. So, what happens when that income stream disappears? That is why you need to have multiple streams of income where one is shut, the other opens, right? I I based my I had only one income stream that was from my 9 to 5. So what happens now that I don't have a 9 to 5? All right. Yes, so very important. Adaptability. Can you reinvent yourself? Can you not remain stuck in your old ways? Some people, up until today, some people have not even embraced AI. They think it's a fluke, it's just something that will come and go. They are not open minded enough to learn how it works. But that is the new norm. So things will change rapidly, and you need to change with the time. So you need to be very adaptable in today's day and age. So these are this is the new formula I think this is the new formula I think you need for success in this day and age. So let me repeat them for you. Yes, you need education that will build your skills, and then build relationships, build a personal brand, get financial literacy, get multiple streams of income, be ready to adapt easily, and then that will lead to success in today's day and age. So, what would I tell my younger self if I could speak to my 18-year-old self? I'll still tell him that Richie, you need to study. I'll still tell him that Richie, you need to work hard. But I'll also tell him that, um, look, learn sales because I think it is the number one skill everyone needs to learn. Because if you know how to do whatever you know how to do, and you are not able to sell it, you're not able to tell people about it, how would people buy from you? So I'll tell my younger self, Richie, learn sales. I'll tell my younger self, Richie, learn communication because it is very important. Learn it, learn how to communicate, learn how to pass your message across, learn how to market, learn those things, right? I'd also tell my younger self that you need to build online, put yourself out there. You need to build online. Whatever you are building, whatever work you are doing, whatever you are learning, you need to teach it or let people see the growth, the journey, like I'm doing on this page right now. Let people see the journey as you grow. I also tell my younger self to invest early. Yes, invest early because your money should be somewhere where it's going for you, not leaving it in a savings account that it doesn't grow. And by invest early, it means you need to save aggressively to be able to invest. So that is what I would also tell my younger self. I also tell my younger self to network, go out, meet people, because people will open doors for you. People are in rooms. You are not in every room at every time, right? So whoever you know at a point in time might be in a room where they are looking for someone to offer a service that you would be able to offer. You'll be able to provide that service. And because you know that person, the person reminds you, I know Richie is able to do graphic design. So the person mentions your name. So I'll tell my younger self to network. I'll tell my younger self to create things, be creative. And then I'll tell my younger self that Richie, do not depend on one paycheck. So these are the things I'll tell the 18-year-old, my 18-year-old self. So I don't think that we were lied to because people wanted us to fail. No, that is not what I think at all. I think we were given yesterday's map for today's world, right? We're given yesterday's map for today's world. So yesterday's map wouldn't work in today's world. The rules have changed completely from what our parents used to know or what they were used to. So it is our responsibility, the responsibility of you and I, to learn the new ones. If this video resonates with you, leave a comment. Do you believe in what I'm saying, or what other thoughts do you have? Do you think um, the roadmap from yesteryears are still what it takes to succeed today? Do you think go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a job, work hard, and one day life will work itself out? I've been through that system, and so far it hasn't worked out like that. And so I'm trying to adapt to the new playbook or the new rules. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like, and let's build this community together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.